I ask myself that question all the time, and I'm sure by now any of you who have just stumbled across this channel, you've been asking yourselves that question as well. So we're going to use this episode to cover a little bit of history, but before we do that, we're going to talk about our sort of motif, our first principles design, or our grand vision of this project. What we're going to look into do is make mechanical flowers. So we'll cover the design, prototyping, fabrication, and then the decoration, which will be fusible enamels. And then we'll move on to the mechanical clock that regulates the opening and closing of the flowers. And we'll cover the design, the skills that you need to know to cut teeth cut voids in wheel blanks, and how to make wheel blanks, how to figure out your gearing ratios, your design of manufacturing a clock. And then we hopefully will, underneath all of that, suspend an orrery, which will be a little bit of just building on all of the skills that we've covered from the previous two sections. So to start, let's go and do a little bit of a pictorial here. What I am envisioning is, in general, sort of a glass greenhouse style structure that will be on a table, and there'll be some flowers, mechanical flowers. Then that'll all be flanking a central clock, the flowers possibly in rows on either side of the central clock. And suspended below will be the orrery. And I apologize in advance for my lackluster drawing skills. I promise this will not turn into a video of bad drawings Justin makes, but it should give you the overall idea of what we're looking to do. So I'm hoping this channel will be enjoyed by people who like learning, especially learning by doing, which I'm going to be doing a whole lot of. People who like horology, I'll be covering the design of a lot of different things, and hopefully describing them in a way that's educational while being entertainment. If you like an underdog story, this is a huge project. Hopefully this will be a repair guide, quote unquote, to people in the future after this clock reaches its home. So hello, people in the future. I hope the future's as bright as I hope for it to be. This channel is going to be different from other channels, not only in the aspect of it being the creation of an object that has never been created before. There's going to be a lot of discussion on design and the creative process and how things sort of function and work with each other, but not how all things function. As I said, I'm not a botanist, so there's going to be a lot of artistic license with the opening, closing, and overall aesthetics of the flowers. But I'm a watchmaker and an avid gardener, so I am hoping that those two things can balance it out to make it at least somewhat representative of the actual living plant. And so why should anybody subscribe to this channel? I guess I would say entertainment, horology, history, manufacturing, micromechanics, again, learning by doing. So far we've had some good videos on the entertainment, the Vintegatten montage. You know, again, thank you very much to Martin Mullen and the band Vintegatten for allowing me to use that music. Manufacturing the first prototype, which was a failure. I manufactured a second prototype, which was a failure. I have concept in mind for a third prototype. Hopefully it'll be less of a failure. I guess the second one was less of a failure than the first one. The first kind of just, the pedals were everywhere. It was a learning experience. So today we're going to touch more though on the history of the idea behind my project. Because, you know, as they say, there's nothing new under the sun.
Carl Linnaeus is known academically by the letter L, as well as after his ennoblement as Carl von Linné. He was born the 23rd of May, 1707, and died the 10th of January, 1778. He's the father of taxonomy, and you might remember a mnemonic from biology for kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, such as King Philip came over from Great Spain, or for great spaghetti, or green socks, and the last two, the genus and the species, are what's known as the binomial classifications, and that's what he's really well known for. Some examples would be the Tyrannosaurus rex, or Felis catus, or Homo sapien, of which his remains constitute the type specimen or lectotype. And this makes a lot of sense. What being can one know more intimately than oneself? While doing this research, I came across a really interesting article published by NPR. And in it, it said that he suffered from hallucinations brought on by migraines. But while doing some further research into that, there appears to be no other mention of this anywhere that I could find, including in the links that were linked in the article. So it's just a good example of the importance of always vetting your information and doing research beyond your research.
So thanks for watching, and for all of the comments that I've gotten so far, all of the advice, and all of the great criticisms that have been helping me make this a better channel. I hope to continue to get those in, and I hope that along the way we can make this as fun for all of you as it is for me. I look forward to making another video and hearing all of your comments. So please share, subscribe, like, and do all of the other important internet things. We'll see you soon.